Okay, here we are back in the garage. This is the KTM 450 EXC project. Kind of taking this 2018 and turning it into an adventure bike. But today, I'm doing the forks. Now, I've already done the rear shock. I took it to a professional, and he took it apart. He drained it. He changed a few seals. He refilled it with oil, and he recharged it. And he took every little piece apart and cleaned them individually. I wouldn't recommend you trying to do that on your own. You really got to know what you're doing. But the front forks are pretty simple. You want to change the oil on your front forks, if everything's working normally and they're not leaking, and your seals are still fairly good, I mean, you can just tell, are they leaking or they're not leaking? And basically, you just take your forks off, you loosen this cap right here, and some people will tell you got to take, you have to take the springs out and everything, but you don't really. You can just dump the oil out. Let it sit upside down for a little while. You can pump it a little bit, and that'll help drain it out. But as you can see, if you look on there, I've got, well, I don't know if the focus on there or not, just about 600, and that's what it holds. It holds 600 milliliters. So if you're getting 600 milliliters out, it's draining. And it's actually fairly simple. You can take that cap off if you want. You can take your spring out, all that kind of stuff if you want to. But you really don't need to for a simple oil change. And as you can see, this oil is pretty murky there. So I don't think it's ever been changed. So I've got some new oil over here, picked up at the store. So I've got some Bel Ray fork oil. This is 5 weight. It actually recommends 4 to 5 weight. And as my shock expert explained to me, it'll just depend on how you adjust your dampening and compression will slightly different depending upon 4 or 5 weight. I know a lot of people use Moto and it costs a whole lot more, but you know what? I've been using Bel Ray products for the last 30-40 years, and they've always worked really good for me. So that's what I got, and maybe it costs a little cheaper than Moto, but I'm thinking it's going to work fine for what I'm doing. I'm not doing professional racing. I'm just going out having a good time. Okay, there's my 600 mils of fork oil. Now, the trick is to get it poured in there without spilling too much. Okay, so we'll try from here. Funnel. Okay, so that's 600 on one side and then 600 same on the other side. You want to be careful not to drop the fork now. I just want to get that back down in there and turn it. If it comes up, the oil will come out of it too. Feels pretty good. I don't have to really tighten the top yet because I tighten that up when it's in the triple clamps. Okay, got them both filled. Slipped them back in. Yes, I got them backed off quite a bit here because I'm trying to lower it. I lowered it about 1 inch in the back, so I'm lowering it a bit in the front. Just basically snugged it in with these bolts here. And I haven't done these ones down here yet in case I need to adjust it a little bit more. I had some of those kind of racing boots sleeves on there, but they were getting pretty torn up. So I went in and took those off. Maybe I'll replace them again. I'm not sure how they even get them on there. Kind of disassemble the forks, I guess, to get them on there. Yeah, done pretty good without those so far. So yeah, so now what I'm doing is just cleaning out the inside here. Clean that out with a wire brush. I not look real clean, but that's just oil in there. Now I want to check my bearings on my front wheel and see how those are doing. And yeah, then we'll put it back together. Okay, as you can see, I got the forks back on. Just a matter of slipping them up in there. Like I said, getting these even wherever you like them. Getting your headlight popped back on there. These little rubber deals are kind of a pain in the neck to do, but they're pretty effective. Yeah, I got my covers back on, got my brake back on. If you have any trouble getting that brake back on, take a screwdriver like this one here and just put it in between the brakes and twist a little bit, and it'll open it up and then it'll slide right back on.